Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the 343industries.org community forum Let's Play of XCom 2. My name is Red Star Rocket, and I'm joined this week, and hopefully for many weeks to come, by your Spartans. That's right, we're asking you to participate in this Let's Play. If you haven't already done so, we would thoroughly recommend you have a look at the sign up thread, sign up there, and we'll get your characters into this Let's Play. So how's this going to work? Well, for those who aren't aware, XCom 2 is a turn-based strategy title by Firaxis Games. And it is the first in the series to feature very heavy integration with the Steam Workshop. Now, one of the things on the Steam Workshop that I discovered a while ago is that a number of mods have arrived which are very, very heavily Halo themed. We have, for example, the armor systems and the weapon systems from Halo Reach, and this got me thinking, well, since we're waiting such a long time for Halo Wars 2 at the time of this going up, why don't we do a Halo themed Let's Play of XCOM 2? And so I asked you all to sign up. We had a pretty good response to that, and so we'll be embarking this week on a campaign using the character models and backstories of your Spartans. There is still time to sign up if you wish. We will be taking submissions for as long as this Let's Play runs, and hopefully that will be for longer rather than shorter, given that there is a fail condition. It is possible to get a bad ending and lose the game before you reach the end. So let's hope this goes on for a while. If you haven't already signed up, please do. The thread will be linked in the description of the YouTube video, and also the threads on 343i.org every time I put one up. So how's this going to be working? Well, we're going to be playing on Commander difficulty, which is one of the higher ones. I do have a few mods in place, some of which will make the game a bit easier, so I'll fess it up straight away. If you want to see which mods I'm using, I would thoroughly recommend you look at the linked collection, which contains all the mods I'm using. Big shout outs in particular to Eternal and Nigel Thornberry for their fantastic work in bringing Halo assets into the XCOM game. We'll be playing with a few second wave modifiers as well, the most prominent of which is Absolutely Critical. Absolutely Critical guarantees that attacks against flanked enemies or enemies in the open automatically deal critical damage if they hit, unless they cannot take cover to begin with, in which case it has no effect. This runs both ways, so if I myself am shot while I'm in the open or flanked, our characters will be taking critical damage, and of course in XCOM 2 this is something you really want to avoid given the sheer damage of crits available. I think that about covers it at this point. We won't be playing the tutorial, simply because it's a fixed mission in which I wouldn't be able to use your Spartans. We'll be having subtitles on for those who are, a little hard of hearing or who just prefer having them. And I think that's about it for now. Obviously I'll continue talking through the video as we go, but for now we're going to start the game. One apology I must make before we start is, while I do intend to use member profiles and Spartans over staff profiles and Spartans as far as possible, in the opening missions in particular, it's not possible to determine exactly who I'm going to have in my squad. So for all I know, I could be given a squad full of staff, and if so, members, I apologise profusely. But I think that's about it. Let's start the game. Iron Man. Full disclosure here, I will not be playing on Iron Man. I am running obviously quite a substantial number of mods, and as a result of this, while it's not common, I have experienced a small amount of crashing. So while we will not be playing Iron Man, we will be playing Honest Man, and you'll be able to see me make a quick save at the start of every turn, and we'll only go back to that quick save if we encounter, bugs, essentially. If I make poor decisions or get people killed, we'll be sticking with those. So hopefully that should keep the tension high. Right, let's get this started. Apparently not. Alien Hunters and Shen's Last Gift. We'll be getting the content from those, but we will not be playing those in this Let's Play. So the things that you start with, for example, the freeze grenades you get from Alien Hunters, we will be using those, probably, but we won't be doing the actual Alien Hunters missions, and we won't be facing the alien rulers in this Let's Play. So, sorry to disappoint you, but as I haven't had enough experience with those to ensure that I can take them on in any meaningful way, in order to basically increase the quality of the Let's Play and hopefully our chance of success, we won't be doing those.
continues to build as city centers across the globe prepare for the 20th anniversary of Unification Day.
Thousands line up at the site of the Great Accord, celebrating the formation of the Advent Coalition.
In keeping with their promise to humanity, 12 new gene therapy clinics will be opening in select cities by the end of the new year.
Despite the attempted attack by fringe elements, operations at the new facility in Paris thankfully remain unaffected.
In response to the unprovoked intrusion on the eve of our most beloved celebration, the speaker reaches out to us.
A small number of dissidents again repeat the mistakes of the old world.
Striking as we celebrate a benevolent savior who time and again offers only friendship and compassion.
Yet these trivial actions could never break the bond between humanity and the Elders.
Peacekeeping forces have already made several preemptive arrests of known collaborators. Advent again assures all citizens that today's celebrations will continue as planned.
Perfect.
The Advent administration reminds you to report all suspicious activity to your nearest peacekeeper. Only together can we build a better tomorrow.
Approaching position. You were right. They've definitely got their hands full today.
Stay focused. Prep Gatecrasher.
60 seconds. Now.
Signal received. Loud and clear. Okay, Gatecrasher. Your turn.
It's time the aliens and the rest of the Advent administration learn that we can hit them.
If I'm not mistaken here, I think we've actually looked out and managed to get 4 member Spartans rather than any staff. Obviously we'll find out when we actually get in the mission, but this is fantastic. I'll try not to get you all killed in the first attempt.
Menace 1-5. We have a fix on the target. Move to place the X4 charges at the designated position.
So one of the mechanics in XCom 2 is concealment. Provided that we are in concealment, enemy soldiers won't see us provided we remain in cover relative to their position. It's not completely foolproof. If you take moves too rashly, too aggressively, you can be spotted, and obviously that's not a great thing to happen.
Okay. These guys make up the bulk of the Advent forces we've dealt with. They're disciplined and well-equipped, but their obedience makes them predictable.
And we'll generally be trying to stick to high cover wherever possible. High cover is substantially better than low cover, provides much better defenses in terms of avoiding being hit. So obviously we'll be using that as much as possible.
I'm all over it.
Oh no. Drizzy Dan has managed to sneak into this squad, so obviously if a sacrifice is required it will be Drizzy, as he is a staff member. Sorry if you're watching this, Drizzy. You are simply the most expendable and I apologise for that.
Got it.
Oh no, we have Yoshi as well. So, if someone has to die, well, you can probably guess who it'll be. Obviously we'll take the highest percentage shot here. So, Kiko, if you could please ensure that the first shot of the war actually hits, I would appreciate it. That'll do nicely.
Good riddance. They found us.
So, a quick note before we proceed on how enemies work. Enemies work in terms of pods. Basically, one pod is revealed when you see it. So, although it might make sense, for example, to move to this spot here so that I'm right next to this guy, which gives me not only a great accuracy bonus from close range, but also a flanking attack on him, which means he's not protected by cover and I've got a hugely increased chance of a critical hit. Moving here carries a significant risk, as it brings me closer to this area here, and given that the enemies may be hiding in that, what I'd much rather do is make sure that I am hitting these guys without, as far as possible, going too far forward and risking revealing another pod of enemies, which is always a big, big risk. So for now we're probably just going to go here, I would think.
On my way.
And my heart skipped a beat there. I don't know if yours did as well. Thank you very much, Tyrone.
Hostiles pacified.
I mentioned before there were always choices to be made. This is one of them. I would quite like to go here, but of course this carries a risk in and of itself. If I move too far forward, there's always the risk of seeing more enemies. So I think what we'll do here, this will move like this, and hopefully this won't reveal any more enemies. Perfect. Okay, Drizzy, if you could please do your thing. Welcome to XCom, everyone. And now we'll have to take a slightly risky move to get up close.
Understood. Moving out.
To ensure maximum accuracy on this next shot. Okay, Yoshi. Thank you very much.
Target neutralized. What do we got here?
We'll be moving Kiko up to collect the loot here. Collecting loot is obviously very, very important, as it can give you things like upgrades, intel, all of which are really useful. For example here, a scope is something we can equip on a weapon to improve the accuracy of the shield you're firing at. An expanded magazine will add additional amounts of, well, you can probably guess that one. And a personal combat, same advanced speed, boosts how far a soldier can run in that turn, which is obviously very important for getting flanking shots and for putting pressure on the enemies, and occasionally for making emergency retreats.
I've got it.
Unfortunately, this is one of the few missions where we are not on a time limit, and as a result I'm going to be nice and cautious with my advance here. I would guess the next enemy squad is somewhere around here, but I can't be certain of that, unfortunately, so we'll just have to step forward slowly and do our best to ensure we're engaging them as, well, I suppose as late as possible, really.
Roger that. Affirmative, covering now. Scanning? Affirmativo. Come get some. Understood.
I suspect this will reveal them. Or not. Not is also good. Let's move just a little further.
Confirmed. That's affirmative.
Ah, I'd hoped we'd be able to vault over that, but never mind.
D'accordo. I'm on it. On Overwatch. Affirmative. Covering now. There's something out there.
Overwatch is a particularly useful ability, as it allows you to take fire during the enemy turn. Which is obviously really, really good, as enemies don't activate until they've seen you, meaning you can essentially get some free shots off against them.
More capable than it runs. We're not sure whether to chalk it up to training or stricter mind control.
And I think we will attempt to get a shot off with Drizzy here. I don't expect this to hit, but I'd like him to get a kill for a promotion. Well, I'm just looking at the bottom left of the piece, he's already received one, which means we can afford to play this a little safer, which is obviously exactly what we want.
Moving. I'm on the move.
We will take a grenade and blow this guy's cover out to give us a slightly better shot against him. Drizzy will attempt to take down the Advent officer there. I don't expect this to hit, but if not, we have a contingency plan with grenades. Oh. Excellent shot, Drizzy.
Non farà più male a nessuno.
Now, can you reach with a grenade? You cannot.
Hitting out.
You can reach with a grenade, so we may as well take the shot with Yoshi here.
Adjusting sights.
As you can see in XCom 2, a 66% chance to hit usually translates as about a 30% chance to hit. So one of the most important things you can do is ensure that whatever happens, you have a backup plan. For example, I was able to take that shot because even though I knew it could miss, I have a chance here where I can get a guaranteed kill on them thanks to my grenades. So we'll just throw this here and finish him off.
Area is secure. We're not picking up any inbound contacts. Scanners are clear. -15, we have a limited window to act before Advent responds. We need to get those charges planted on the double.
And Kiko, as you've done so exceptionally so far, I think you shall be the one to plant the explosives.
-15, rendezvous at the extraction point. Status confirmed. Squad is clear. Detonating charges.
There we go. Flawless Gatecrasher, which is exactly what we want to open the game. We should have 4 soldiers now promoted to a higher rank, which makes them more deadly. And we'll get to customizing in a few moments. Should mention as well, there is a strange phenomenon in XCOM 2 where pressing the caps lock key during the returning from mission screen will cause it to load much quicker, so we will be doing that on all future missions. Just so you're aware if there's any skipping or strangeness in the recording.
I never had any doubts about your capabilities, Commander. Excellent work as always.
And as you can see, everyone's received some promotions. We won't do those now. I'll actually probably do those just after the video, as I'll need to remind myself of what class everyone wants to be, as well as make a few customizations. For example, putting visor colours back in, as unfortunately they do tend to disappear at the start of missions for some reason, but no matter, we'll get that sorted out. We'll also get everyone fixed up with your preferred weapons, among other things. Scope increases aim by 5%. Expanded magazine increases the size of the magazine by 1, as you can probably guess. Advanced speed grants 2 additional tiles per move to a soldier, which is absolutely fantastic for soldiers who need to move quickly. For example, the Ranger class. Advent Trooper Corpse. Passable as human when hidden behind their armour. In death, the alien features and orange blood of the Advent Troopers reveal a more sinister pedigree. And the Advent Officer Corpse. Despite the heavier ornamentation on their battle armour, the bodies of Advent officers are indistinguishable from regular troopers, save for a thick red scar on the back of their skulls.
Commander, to the research labs.
Research labs it is.
Impressive, isn't it? Capable of generating immense power, yet completely harmless to human life. If only the same could be said for the rest of the aliens' technology, Commander. Dr. Richard Tigan, Chief Science Officer. I am responsible for the entirety of our research here, as well as the procedure you so recently underwent. Welcome to my lab, such as it is. I'm not sure what Central may have told you, but we found something while removing you from the alien stasis suit. A device implanted directly in your occipital lobe. Had I access to the equipment available to me during my tenure at Advent, I would already know the precise nature of its function. However, given time and your approval, of course, Commander, I assure you, I will find out. Which brings to light an additional point. Though aspects of this facility are indeed impressive, I am but one man. Were you to direct additional support personnel and resources to me, I could substantially improve the speed of all our research. Farewell, Commander.
So at this point we'll be choosing some research. We have 3 options. Modular weapons, which allows us to start equipping customizations on our weapons. For example, the scope and the expanded magazine we've just picked up, so that may be a good choice. Hybrid materials, I forget exactly what that gives us, but we can check the tech tree. I believe it's access to nanoscale vests or the equivalent. Yes, nanoscale vests, and then that leads on to plated armor. And alien biotech is required to progress the plot, so we probably won't be doing that one just yet. For the moment, I think we will take modular weapons.
I do find that area of research to be among the more intriguing options available. We'll begin work immediately. I'll send word when a complete report is available. I certainly admire the courage and tenacity displayed by our troops in the field. They face a well-armed, well-trained enemy, and yet they never waver in their loyalty to the cause.
And now we'll check in with engineering.
Commander, to engineering.
Preempted it a little.
Okay. Reworked your repulsors with some of the parts I salvaged from their old engine. Should fix that stabilization problem you had. Come on, Rover. It'll work. Commander! Getting our tech to talk to theirs is harder than you'd think. Lily Shen, Chief Engineer, at your service. You were probably expecting to see my father. In all that's happened, I'm guessing Central didn't tell you yet. He's gone. Dad gave everything he had to get us this far. This entire ship is his life's work. I know he would have loved to show you around the place himself. He used to talk about you a lot. You can be sure I'm ready to finish what he started. Might not look it, but from here, I can fabricate pretty much anything you come up with. And with a little more help, well, you'd be amazed with what I can do. It was an honor to finally meet you, Commander.
I wonder if this is what it was like in the old days. Always on edge, ready for a fight on a moment's notice. Certainly keeps you on your toes.
At this point we're running, I think, just a little under half an hour, so this has been a good first part, I think. We've completed a mission. We've introduced you to the
aliens.
Thank you, Bradford. We've introduced you to the core personnel of the Avenger, and we've even had everyone survive up until now, which is always a good start.
Never prepared for, even with better gear. Between the propaganda, the handouts, and the seemingly endless supply of reinforcing peacekeepers, they're nothing but trouble for an upstart resistance movement.
So as we can see here, we do have, I think, most of our soldiers here. We do also have one additional soldier there who will receive a little bit of customization when we get further sign-ups. But for now, this will be, I think, the core team that we'll be sticking to sign up with. We'll quickly see if there's anyone else we can recruit who's been missed. I don't think there will be. Six-lick, unfortunately. But next video, we'll have a brief introduction to all of our soldiers. Once I've had a chance to put their customizations back in order, rank them up appropriately. So I think this is as good a time as any to end this part. So I hope you've enjoyed it. I hope you're excited to see what comes next. And I will see you next time. Until then, take care and thank you for watching.